Hi everyone, it's me. Do you see what's happening? You've probably already read the title of this video. And yes, as a Canadian with literally no baking or cooking skills, I'm gonna try and make scones. But guess what? I'm gonna make these scones, which are basically fake scones. I went to Morrison's. I thought, everybody's always emailing me about doing another cooking video. Guess what? Here you go. I hope you're happy. I saw these. It's literally just a scone mix. Make 6. You just need to add 3 items. I can do that. So I thought on this beautiful Saturday morning, I'm gonna try and make these things. And we can have a little bit of a chat. I can update you on some life things and just relax, all right? So without further ado, let's go. Okay. Yes. Let's read the instructions. Maybe that's a good place to start. I feel like I should have like my own cooking TV show and just be like, hi, and welcome back to I Can't Make That. I'm your host, Alanna, who's willing to kill myself so I don't have to make these. Okay, so first we need to warm the oven to 220. I can do that. The oven is now warming. Take a knob of butter. First off, is that an appropriate use of the word knob? Anyway, take a knob of butter and use it to lightly grease a baking tray. This will stop your scones from sticking. Okay, so I have a baking tray, which is looking a little bit worse for wear. And I also have some dairy-free Vitalite. Oh, and I got some notifications. Let's put that bad boy over there. Okay, so I don't know what a knob is, but I'm just gonna stick my hands in this. If I can open it. Come on, son. Oh, okay. I have washed my hands fairly recently. Ugh. So how's your day going? I know technically this is not a cooking channel. I know that. You know that. We all know that. But everybody always asks, when are you gonna do another cooking video? I want another cooking video. Here's the thing, bud. The cooking videos don't really get a lot of views. If you go back and watch some of them, I mean, within 10,000, I think. Not a lot. Ew, I hate this. Plus, I hate having to set up here at home because I gotta bring home my ring light, tripod, camera. There's a little mic attachment on there. My ring light doesn't have a stand, so it is balancing precariously on top of a chair. But I thought, you know what, you guys always ask so nicely. I don't know what that is. Ew. Let's make some scones. That was my thought process. And if they don't work, at least I got buttery fingers. Now in terms of like adventures and naps, I have been overwhelmed with how, I don't want to say successful because I don't feel successful, but I've been overwhelmed on how somewhat successful Adventures and Naps has been. I started making videos in 2017, sort of halfway through the year, and they weren't getting views, but I just kept doing it anyway because I'm so goddamn stubborn. And then 2018 comes around and I'm actually starting to get like serious views on things and all the stuff that's come along with Adventures and Naps. Like, it's just, 2018 was kind of hard to believe. And now it's 2019. Here I am at home. I'm gonna make scones from a little scone mix pack because people on the internet have actually requested me to do this because they want to watch it. Is that insane? All right, hold that thought. You're gonna have to excuse the oven. It's making a lot of noises. Can you hear that? I think one of the most surprising things with all of this has been Patreon. Like, let's get real. I know some people are really against Patreon, but we have to talk about it for at least 2 minutes. Now, originally, I wasn't going to do Patreon because A, it was terrifying, B, I felt like nobody was gonna want to contribute. Can you hear that oven? Bro, I'm trying to talk. Okay, I've turned the oven off. I'm just gonna have to preheat it and bake these when I'm done talking, all right? I don't like being interrupted. What was I saying? Okay, empty the dry scone mix into a mixing bowl and stir in the milk. And we need 150 milliliters of milk. All right, I need something to stir. This says a butter knife is really good for this, a butter knife. So I wasn't gonna do Patreon because I was really scared of failure, basically. That hole is not big enough, son. But I had a buddy who was basically like, why not just try it? Try Patreon, try Twitch. You know, you never know until you try, which I mean is very true. And here we are, as of recording this, we've got like at least 60 Patreons, 60 people who are willing to support me financially so I can make silly videos like this. It's very hard to imagine. Don't watch this, I'm gonna put this on the floor. But we've got Patreon, which I realize not everybody can support financially every month. I get that. I'm not expecting that. I wasn't even really expecting much to begin with. Then we've got Twitch. Twitch is really fun. It's a very young group. I think most people on Twitch are around my age. Typically, we've got some youngins in the 18, 19 range. But Twitch is very fun, and I've been learning that. I need to get a lot better at that, though. So if you watch me on Twitch, I am so sorry. And I've also been playing around with this idea of making an ebook. I wanted something that I could create and then sell online, basically. And ebooks are really popular, I guess. But my problem is, the most obvious thing that I would write about is moving to England. So details about visas, details about flights, packing, kind of like what my videos touch on, but it would be far more in-depth, like with real like specifics and money figures and like really detailed stuff. What is that? Oh my God, we've got something in our scones, guys. It's teal. Do you think that was part of the bag? Oh, I hope Chef Ramsay's not watching. But the issue if I wrote about moving to England is that 90% of the people that watch my videos are British. So you guys aren't gonna want a book about moving to the UK on a visa and how to work and all the rest of it. So I think I'm gonna do it separate. I think I'm gonna make a separate website with a new name and market it towards primarily expat-y people. And also let you guys know when it finally, if it ever comes out, if you're interested. But it's gonna be its own thing. I'm excited. Who doesn't need more projects? Okay, so when the mixture is combined, get your hands in and knead it until it is a soft, smooth dough. Then we're gonna roll out the mixture onto a lightly floured surface. All right, we'll get there when we get there. Let's get in here. Ew. I don't really have enough room to get both hands in there, if you know what I'm saying? So we're just gonna go like this. This is kind of like kneading. Ew, I don't like, is it supposed to be like that? Sometimes I get comments from people who are like, you know, you're just milking us for money and you should do this because you like to, and you know, you're friends with some people on here and like you should just do it, basically. Which I think is super naive to think of it that way. If you consume entertainment and you think that you deserve to get everything for free, like that kind of sucks. YouTube has sort of been like an iceberg. So you see 20% of the work, but 80% of the work you don't see. So like this video, I went out and bought all this stuff, and then I had to set up my camera and the lights and whatever, and make sure my memory card's okay. Then I'll probably film for at least an hour, probably. Then I need to export the files onto my computer and I edit. Editing takes a long time, and it will probably edit down to maybe half an hour, 25 minutes. And then I need to export it, then I need to convert it. Then I need to upload it to YouTube. Then I need to do a thumbnail, the end credits, the description box. I need to tag it, then I need to schedule it. Then I need to monitor the comments when it goes live. Then I need to do all the social media around it. Then I need to put it on my blog. So, although you think it's just one dumb, stupid YouTube video, which I agree. This is one dumb, stupid YouTube video. But it takes a long time, is what I'm saying. So I really do appreciate anybody who has contributed. That doesn't sound right. That's a word, though. I just appreciate anybody who's contributed in some way. I even have like a PayPal thing where people can just throw a donation in there, even if it's like £2. Like, that's cool. I appreciate that. It makes a difference. I mean, PayPal takes fees out of me, so I don't really get the £2, but I appreciate it. And I just want to find more ways that I can expand Adventures in Naps. You know what I'm saying? I want to be transparent with you guys. I want to make some money. I'm not going to be able to make my living from Adventures in Apps. There's no way. I have a full-time job. I have to have that job. I couldn't survive on this stuff. I want to make some money. You know what I'm saying? I want to roll in that YouTube money. All right, I'm done with this. I think this is good, right? It looks like a... Does it look like a scone? Look at that. Stick to your ribs. Oh. How about some ASMR baking? Can you hear that? Maybe not. Speaking of which, I did some parody ASMR videos on Patreon because I thought they were funny, but I don't think everybody else thinks they're funny. Okay, geez, this is really thick. Is it supposed to be like that? I don't know if you've ever watched any of my other videos, but I am not a baker, okay? I am not a chef. I accept that about myself. I can get better. I can do better. But also, let me wash my hand. Next step, we're gonna roll the mixture onto a lightly floured surface until it's about 2 centimeters thick. Cut out 6 discs with your pastry cutter. Honey, you think I have a pastry cutter? I don't even know what that looks like. I don't have a cutting board, so guess what? We're gonna powder this table. It is clean, although my hands are kind of wet. Oh, this is a disaster. I'm starting to get very nervous. I also don't know what 2 centimeters looks like anymore. Why are people using centimeters? Okay, talking in things I know. Oh my God. If I put my hand in there, the flour's gonna stick to me. But if I dump it, I know that's gonna be a big mistake. I'm starting to feel very nervous. Ooh, it feels like sand. Oh, that's too much. I haven't really done this before. How much is too much? You know what, let's just make a mess. And future Alanna will have to clean it up. But not this Alanna. You know what I'm saying? That's not a problem for me in this moment. The other question we get, I'm talking to myself like I'm a group. It's just me here. Hey, how's it going? The other question I get is, do you put the clotted cream on first and then the jam? Or do you put the jam on first and then the clotted cream? I'm sure people are going wild in the comments right now, giving me their opinions and telling me how wrong I am. Or maybe I'm just getting comments that people don't like my glasses. Either way, I'm excited. Okay, that's enough, right? Okay. Roll the mixture out. Guess what? I don't have a rolling pin. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Now I don't have a rolling pin, but I do have this glass. And is it good to make it a little bit floury so it doesn't stick to it? I have literally no idea what I'm doing. If that falls over, Lord help me. I'll just kill myself. Okay, time to come out. I don't wanna. Back in Canada, in the US, we have this restaurant, I guess, called Dairy Queen. I don't think you guys have it here. But basically, Dairy Queen blizzards are really good. It's like really thick ice cream. And they would always do this thing where they'd fill up your cup thing with the ice cream. And then they'd flip it upside down and hold it and show you like how thick the ice cream was because it wouldn't like fall out. And then they'd like give it to you. I'm missing Dairy Queen right about now. I feel like this is gonna stick in the absolute worst way possible. Come on, son, let's go. I got things to do. It feels like glue. Like it's so sticky. Why is it so sticky? That was, so it's, this is happening. Oh, goddamn. What have I done? I floured you. Why are you still sticking? Probably because it's the wrong material, you idiot. That's all right. I didn't like this glass anyway. Okay, thank you. This was a disaster. Maybe I'll just cut this part out so you guys won't know what an idiot I am. I need to keep a certain image of myself on the internet. I don't want people to think that I'm weird or incompetent in literally any way, because how strangers view me is very important to me. Oh my god. Ew, ew, ew. I'm loving life. If these don't turn out, so help me God. What were we talking about? So yeah, I'm thinking about writing an ebook, but it will be for non-British people, unfortunately. I don't know what to write about for you guys that you would enjoy. If you've got an idea, let me know. Maybe I'll do two. One for the non-Brits and one for the Brits. But otherwise, I don't really know what to tell you guys. But I thought it would be just like a nice little project. I like having projects, you know? I almost have to be consistently busy. Otherwise, I lose meaning to my life. I started out feeling very confident. It's just a pack of scones. How bad can it be? I'm starting to lose that confidence now. We need 6 discs, of which we're supposed to cut with a pastry cutter. Like, I have one of those. Hun, I don't even have a rolling pin. So, I don't know where you think I'm getting a pastry cutter from. Maybe I should have read the instructions, so I could have bought one from Morrison's while I was there. It's nobody's fault but my own. Good thing I'm getting flour all over this shirt. I didn't want to wear this anyway. On Patreon, a while back, I made sushi for the first time. I'd never had sushi. And I thought, not only have I never had it, I've certainly never baked it. Or I've certainly never made it. So I made sushi for the first time. And I made sushi rice. That's like really sticky, flavored rice. And this kind of reminds me of it because I just could not get it off of myself. That's a video you can watch on Patreon. Hashtag plug in my own stuff. 6 discs. Now, discs, how big a disc? Are we talking a golf ball? Are we talking a hand? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A little bit less than that. You gotta make these into discs, bud. That's okay, I can do it. I'm a big girl. I'm a strong, independent woman who can figure out how to make a goddamn scone if it kills me. How's that? Does that look like a disc to you? Certainly is disc shape, although there's something like brown in there. I'm not really sure what that is. That's weird. Nice. So how's everybody's Tuesday going? Or whatever day of the week you're watching this. Hope you're having a lovely day. I certainly am. I woke up, I had a hot drink. I went for a run. Because guess what, you guys? It's slowly becoming less crappy outside. And you can be outside again. Okay, this one's she's a little bit not right, but that's okay. We like her anyway. She's an individual. It feels a bit thin though, but you know what? Oh, can you see? Oh, you can't see that. That's good. Just pretend that one is perfect. Perhaps we need to knead this again. You gotta make it up as you go along. I have never made scones. We don't eat scones back home. I mean, they exist, absolutely. There's a lot of British heritage in Canada, obviously. But I don't eat scones back home. My parents don't make scones, but I do like them. I'll give you that, guys. Oh, geez, Louise. I'm not gonna be able to fit 6. Oh, maybe. We need to make them a little bit smaller, though. As I cut out a giant piece. I know we do have, even in my hometown, we have like a cute little tea room. It's supposed to be like British inspired. And you can get tea and crumpets and that kind of stuff. Scones, I'm sure. Little sandwiches. Because we like to take other people's ideas and then just use them as our own. Ooh, that's on the edge of the, oh, it's too late. I also read on here that you could add cheddar to the mix to make a cheesy one, which appeals to me a lot because cheese is one of my major food groups. It's just cheese. It's part of the pyramid. It's got its own little triangle, but I don't have decent cheese right now. So we're gonna go old school. I do have some Rada's classic Cornish clotted cream. I got some of that. And I got some raspberry stuff. I feel like I'm making pizzas. Maybe that'll be the next video. Canadian makes pizzas while living in England. How does this have anything to do with her channel? It doesn't. That's good enough. Nice. Well, that's a thick boy. Oh no. I think I've got a really skinny boy over here. I'm gonna plump him up a little bit because he's gonna cook way faster than me thick guys I've been doing. Oh, I am filled with dread. I'm so nervous, which is dumb. This is dumb. This is the internet. Literally nobody cares, but I care. I care so much. Okay, let's make our little disc with our pastry cutters, aka these two hands. That looks like a disc, doesn't it? Beautiful sticky disc. Some of it is stuck on my hand, but I'm never gonna get that off, so that's fine. And check out my very evenly sized discs. Can you see how perfect they all are? They're almost identical. They're like twins in both size and thickness. So I'm gonna turn the oven back on, get that preheated. You put these bad boys in for about like 10 to 15 minutes until your scones are risen and golden. And then we take them out, we put them on a wire rack, and then we're gonna put our toppings on. So I guess I'll clean up while they're cooking, because Lord knows this is gonna take me a long time. Okay, just talk quietly amongst yourselves while I do this. Uh-oh. So, these are my scones. I'll do a close-up after maybe. They are varying shapes and sizes, and I don't know if they're fully cooked in the middle because some of them are so damn big, but you know what? I'm gonna eat it anyway. I'm gonna try the small one because maybe that's realistic of working out. Here's a surprise. I do clotted cream first because out of the two, I like the clotted cream the most. I think whatever you put on first, you tend to put the most on because you can spread it the best. So the secondary ingredient is just kind of like the, you know, the extra bit, if you will. So I'm gonna get some clotted cream up there. These kind of look like little buns. Look at that, just kind of get all up in that. There's no top. You know when the scones have like that perfect little shape? These do not have that shape rested on that bad boy. And then we're gonna put some raspberry, if I can open it. Ouch. Now I don't like too much of this. So just like a little bit. But it's shaped so weird. I don't know how I'm gonna eat this without getting it all over my face. It's also still really hot. So that's probably why everything is dripping. Okay, cheers. Buddy, that's actually good. I'll tell you what, that is not bad. I mean, not totally sure it was fully cooked in the middle, but I certainly ate it. They are very heavy. These skinny ones might actually be nice, where they're not so dense. But I am happy. I mean, they don't look like scones, do they? They don't look like the scones in my mind, at least. But I'll tell you what, pretty decent. Be interesting to know what these weird shaped ones taste like. This one looks decent. I might do this one next. But God, they're filling, and I think I ate that one too fast. But I am pleasantly surprised. I think I just, I inhaled that one. If you guys have other British thingies that you'd like me to try to make, let me know. Please understand that my skill level is very low. So everybody telling me that I should do a full roast dinner, but it's not gonna happen. Pick something easier. But these I enjoy. These I like. I'm gonna have another one once I turn this camera off. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for all your support across all the other Adventures in Naps things I've been trying out this last few months, I guess, last year, whatever. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. Oh, I feel it in my rib cage now. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, bye!